Hey guys, MC back here with another video, and today I bring you the re-release of Studio Series Shockwave from Transformers Dark of the Moon. As you can tell by the price tag, I was able to find him at my local GameStop like a week or so ago. Definitely one of the figures I wanted the most since I started collecting Transformers. The secondhand market on this guy is kind of massive. It's like $100 or so that I've been seeing him go for. He has been going down just because he's been getting more readily available throughout as he's been released. But definitely a good figure to have for my collection. I've wanted him for such a long time. So with that, let's take a look at the packaging here. So the refresh is part of the new wave of figures and the new style boxes. So it's nicely picked out in nice colors. You got the plastic tray back, so no one's stealing parts off of him. You have this really weird AI picture of Soundwave here, Shockwave here. I don't like it. It doesn't look like anything from the movie or his robot or his vehicle mode. I don't know if it's AI driven or not, but it does not look good. And I don't know if the original packaging had that on there. There's his one eye. There is his parachute, dude that landed on his shoulder. I didn't take him out. I left him in there. I'm never going to display it with him. There is the back of the box. You get your brains and frenzy there. They're tiny. I thought they'd be this size, but they're tinier than this, and I'll show you that in a few moments. There's the tank mode. Like I said, it looks nothing like the artwork that's on the front of the box at all. There he is from the shot of the movie. Love the movie. And there he is there. A lot more brighter colors than the actual figure is. I don't know if that's just because this is a concept picture or just the rendering before he came out, but just looking at him off to the side, I don't see the gold going down the chest here, and the purple is a lot more muted and a lot more missing. It's splattered all over the place. But yeah, there's Shockwave's eye again. So yeah, let's take a look at this dude. And there you have Mr. Wave of Shock in all his awesomeness. I love the way this figure looks. I like the aesthetics of him. He just looks so menacing. There are some issues that I will touch on, and I'll probably end up getting an upgrade kit for him since I think they re-released it as well. But man, he is freaking sweet. One of the figures that I wanted the most from the past before I started collecting was this guy. He just looks so amazing, so menacing. Really awesome figure. So the accessories, besides the parachute guy, is his arm blade cannon thing here. And then you get his little pals. If I can get this to focus. There is Franzi, I believe. He's super tiny. Like super duper tiny. I will lose him. That's why I keep him in the box. And then Brains, picked out nice silver and blue. I'm really surprised they were able to get this level of detail into him, and the paint apps just right. Really cool fig. But be cautious because you will lose him. And then there'll be a pain in the butt to replace. Getting that out of the way, and then here we have Shockwave. Take a look at his face, picked out nicely in the silver, the gunmetal, the purples, and then his red eye there, just looking so menacing. So sweet looking. So the gripes that I don't like, and I seen it before as I was watching reviews of the video of this figure. The cannon. It's made out of soft PVC, plastic, rubber thing, whatever. I know over time this will rot away and break off when it dries up. A lot of complaints from people. And the same thing with his blade here. It's just soft, bendy plastic. I don't know how long this would last, to be honest with you. And his hand. His hand is also made of the same rubbery plastic here. There's a little hinge here. It's hard plastic going to soft plastic, so over time this is going to snap off and ruin the figure altogether. So I think there's an upgrade kit that comes with plastic of this, and I think it redoes this whole cannon or just the tip, one of those two, just because you want your figure to last for a good while. You don't need them breaking. The same thing with the cable here connecting. This is also soft rubbery plastic that over time will snap off and break. I've seen people just break. I don't think there's a fix for this from any third party that I've seen. If there is, comment below, let me know. But yeah, this is known to break off in there because you got to jam it in there. In vehicle mode, you put this side into here, which I'm not moving. That staying in the spot there. Screw that. It's staying in one spot, as you'll see. But overall, cool figure. I like the aesthetics. I love the way he is. I know we never saw him transform in the movies, but still a good robot mode. Still a good vehicle mode. As far as articulation, his head is on a wobbly. You can look all the way around. Because of transformation, he can look all the way up and find that bird that's in the sky. Also, he can move his neck forward kind of creepily and look down for that penny that's on the floor. But he will never find that penny. His arms here can go about that far up, and you can do a 360 elbow joint here. It does do a 90. This does move around as well. It's just pegged in there, and no wrist articulation. He does have an elbow joint there that can spin all the way around, and this is kind of on a little hinge for whatever reason. I'm assuming just for transformation purposes. Same thing with the other side, just so you have a cannon on here. I can go up that far. It can do a 360 if this wasn't attached. Does have an elbow joint, about the same 90 degrees there. And a swivel. Oh, and his thumb moves. For whatever reason, his thumb moves. That's pretty cool. Other than that, nothing too crazy over here. I know there's an upgrade that you can put an LED onto his cannon. I'm debating whether to get that or the solid plastic one. I might go with the LED one just for aesthetics. As far as everything else, no rotation at the waist. Leg can go pretty far up just because of transformation. He can be in the Rockettes if he wants. He can kick all the way back as well. Knee articulation, same story. He can kick pretty high. He does have thigh rotation there. He does have ankle articulation. This just gets out of the way. Put that back in place. These thrusters back here are able to be moved around just a little bit if you want to get a nice pose with it. I believe they are Bluetooth compatible. I don't really have something that could fit here, maybe. I do have the piece off Megatronus. It just falls out. If it was longer, I'm sure it'll peg in there, but mine is too short. But no Bluetooth compatibility up front there. But yeah, overall a nice robot mode. Nicely picked out in the purples and the grays. I like it. I like it a lot. So yeah, let's get this guy transformed into his tank mode. So I'm gonna take the cannon off. It's a little bit easier to work with it off. So simple to do with the legs. You just want to bring this down until it faces forward. Just keep this swivels outwards for transformation, but just keep that towards there. Same thing with the other side. Keep that there. That way they are facing forward. Kind of look like Triceratops. Kind of cool. get the arms out of the way. Arms are just pegged in here on either side and on the back, so just want to unpeg them. Mine are pretty tight, and then his backpack's just going to come right off and down there, so to keep that off to the side. Head, we're just going to face up. Legs, they're right in here. This is also a point of concern for me for the longevity. I like to be gentle enough to bring this out, because this to me is pretty small plastic, pretty thin plastic, that I believe over time, as you're transforming them in and out, will maybe start to break. I'd rather not have that happen, but it's a point of concern for me down the road. So with the legs, bring that up, spin these around, and then there is a slot there and a tab on the side of his chest. You want to bring this down, and you want to just click that into place as best as you can, just like that. Holds pretty sturdy in there, and then bring this down and just to cover his face, just like that. Same thing with this side. This one's a little more on the stiffer side, and I kind of cringe every time I transform him, but I do like it in the vehicle mode. Just to get that out of the way, bring that up and clip that in as I can. There we go. And then bring that little spike in front of his face. Not that it's going to cover anything, but he's there, peeking out slowly. You can see him. Next thing here, we're going to pop this up. There's a little hinge here for the thrusters. They just tab in place here. There's this notch here that's going to go into this little slot screw hole there. It's got a double hinge. Just kind of want to bring that down until it just slots in itself, and it's trickier than it looks. 1 second here, just like that. Sorry, couldn't see that. So yeah, bring that down, and then it will slot into place after a few moments of fighting with it, just like that. And then just get the thrusters out of the way. Arms, tab here, slot down here, just like that. Same thing with this side. Bring that up, tab in, and we're almost done. On the other side of the arm, there is this little tab here, or slot here. Tabs right here. Just want to line it up as best as you can, and just slot it in just like that. Same verse for the other side. Bring this down. It's a little harder because you really can't see it, so you kind of have to eyeball it, but it's in the same area as the other one, so you'll find it eventually, and I'll tab in right in place. And then for finishing touches, you're going to add the cannon to it. I lost my spot. It's going to go right here, just like that. And then the thrusters are going to tab into the top 2 slots here. Kind of pain in the butt, but there we go. Nice and secure, and you can move these around as much as you can to make it work. I think we're done. Yes, we are. And there is Shockwave in his Cybertronian tank form. Pretty cool tank form. I like it. It is nicely detailed. I like that he's just poking out right there. He's not trying to hide his face. He's right there. He's a creeper. But yeah, nice vehicle mode. I like it. I probably won't display him much in this vehicle mode just because, like I said, with the tolerances and stuff, I don't want him to start breaking over time. Same with this hose here. I like to pull it back. For transformation, you have to move it over here. That way it gives you a little better slack. But I'm not removing it from there. or from this section here, just because I don't want this to snap off just from taking it on and off. So he doesn't roll well anyways with it tabbed into the right spots. He's got little tiny wheels. If you saw my Megatronus video, I wish he had the same wheels Megatronus did. They're a little bit more bigger. They stick out a little further, so most of this stuff can bypass some of the hanging stuff so it doesn't snag. But overall, a nice figure. There is the bottom, kind of an empty gap here. Visible head syndrome as always, because, you know, Shockwave. But yeah, overall, a nice vehicle mode for him. And there we have Shockwave and all his Shockwave-y goodness. Excellent figure. Just a couple of complaints. I wish with the re-release they would go back and retool some of the stuff and make things a little more durable than they were with the first release. But still happy nonetheless. Like I said, this I wish they would have made hard plastic, same with the hand, but I get it. But third-party companies are out there that are able to fix them up a bit. I do want to do one comparison I forgot to do. Here he is with Megatronus, Age of the Primes. As you can see, Megatronus towers over him about a couple of inches higher. But two figures that I love absolutely in my collection that I'm finally able to have. I can't be more thankful on that. So yeah, that is my review for Shockwave from Dark of the Moon. If you're looking for this guy, I wouldn't pay any scalper pricing. Check out GameStop. That's the one place I've been able to find them regularly. I've seen 2 other GameStops in my area have them. So go check them out. See if they have them. See if they're able to help you find a store that has one locally. But yeah, definitely worth it if you haven't picked them up from the original release. So until next time, hope you guys have a good night. Take care, stay safe, and we will catch you around. Take care. Bye.